Alright. Alright. Could do. I feel like crap. Coffee. Look at my wieners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough for a game bang, guys. Look at that. If you like small wieners, come to me. Just kidding. Oh shit. Yeah, I took a sick day today. I feel like death. Like I feel like really bad. And I tried, like, I can't sleep all day. I was laying there, I was trying to sleep. I'm like, it's already 9 o'clock, man. There's no way. If I sleep all day and I do try to go back to work tomorrow, which I plan on going back to work tomorrow, I'm gonna be up all night. And it's not gonna be good. But, look, if people say anything about me playing my game, that's fine, whatever. I don't care. Contact who you want to contact, but I'm not sleeping all day. I'm hibernating in here, so I don't get anybody else out there sick. I'm not laying down all day. Not gonna happen. I took a sick day. I'm getting paid for it. What's the big deal, you know? We have sick day for a reason. Sick days for a reason, man. I mean, I have a really bad migraine. But it's mostly just like I don't have COVID. I don't have strep. I don't have nothing like bad. I just have like body aches, headache, and like nauseous, like I'm gonna throw up. If I didn't feel like I was gonna throw up, I would have went to work today probably. But
if you want some fancy good,
I don't want to take a risk of
go suck up to Trader Joel. If
making a mess everywhere and people being mad at me.
Take care of you.
At work. At the end of the day, I'm at a lose-lose situation. You don't go to work, people are mad at you the why you didn't show up to work. You go to work, people are mad at you for showing up sick. So either way, it's a lose-lose situation for me.
Oh, some days I don't even know why I open the doors.
Shut up. You're a punk. We could go do that mission real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna go to work tomorrow, most likely. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I don't want to run through all my sick time. I mean, I have all my sick time, but not gonna have all my sick time after today. But it's fine. I'll still be in the 20s probably. We'll see. Yeah, I have about 20. Like 23 hours, maybe. I'm 29, I think. I don't know, somewhere around there. Like, I am burning up, bro. I'm sweating. And hot. Am I running a fever? I hate being sick, dude. I hate having body aches and like headaches and shit. I just don't know how people can sleep all day being sick. I tried. I can't. Physically can't fall back asleep. I laid there for 2 hours trying to go back to sleep and I couldn't. Now it was time for me to get up. I just can't. I've always been the type, like if I have the flu or something, I go out and work it out. I go outside, I go for runs and stuff, I sweat it out, I try to get, I mean, I know a lot of people probably just like, oh, you shouldn't do that, your body recovers more when you're sleeping. Well, I've always just go out and work it out or something. Sweat it out is what I call it. Just go for a run, push-ups, just stay active. You know, because like if you have an elderly person that gets sick, when they lay in bed all day, their body gonna shut down. They gotta stay active. So I know I'm not active. I'm not really active in here playing the game, but I just can't lay in bed. I just can't. Physically, I can't lay in bed. Never been the type to just lay in bed sick. Why do I feel like this feels slower with my fire mount on? He's faking it. He's not dead. Oh, he is. Oh shit! I didn't bring no medical. Oh, I did. I just have to use one of these. That's all I brought. I mean, I got the other stuff in the truck. My other bandages and stuff. We'll use one of our med kits, fine. No, we're not infected or nothing, we're fine. I mean, if we're infected, I just go out to the truck. I got everything in the truck. I should start having my bandages on me though. I don't want to have to use these if I don't have to, but whatever. Our health is back up, we're fine. Could use our gun. All the loot's gonna be over here in this room. In this building. Oh, how y'all doing? Oh, dude, I don't have no... Where'd y'all go? All the loot's gonna be in here. Look at it, baby. Yeah. I mean, I don't care about keeping on to those. Let's just read them. Our lockpicks are in the... Lockpicks are in the truck. Do I want to go get them? Oh, shit. Good night. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all doing alright? Good seeing you guys. Got a bird somewhere. This might actually be better using this. Oh yeah. Probably because I have... I could sell a lot of this stuff to trader. I can. I already have one of those. I can combine that, and I'll show you guys in a minute. I'll move that over here. Now I'm gonna do is what you can do is when you carry down these cards, you get a lot of parts. We can sell all this stuff to the trader and make easy money. But we're getting free gas too. All these springs, mechanical parts and stuff. We really don't. Well, even an engine. We haven't got an engine yet, but. That's funny. Oh shit. Forgot we're not done with the mission yet.
Good afternoon, jackass. What do you want? Be careful out
Easy
there.
money.
You wouldn't want to out
Easy
there.
money.
You wouldn't want to get hurt.
Easy money.
Shit, man. I treat you that good, and you don't even fucking tip me.
Let's sell this. Sell this other stuff. He restocks at day 40.
Sale, even if it is to a scumbag like you.
Takes one to know one, bud. Alright. We're gonna go investigate the desert. We got some food on us. We also got food that we can cook, because we got some raw meat in here. Let me go take a swim. Never mind, it's going away now. Might as well just eat these for inventory space. Remember this fire axe? I said we can combine it. We found it, right? We can combine. Well, that's a level 3. We can just combine them. Stamina cost is lower on that one anyway, so yeah, let's just combine them. Bruh. We have a motorcycle in here, right? Yeah. Alright, let's go to the snow biome, maybe. No. Yeah, let's go to the trader. Let's go there and see if we can get to the wasteland. We're probably gonna be destroying our truck, so we're gonna bring some repair kits. I should have started making iron and steel and bringing that with me along the way for the trips. Now, we're not on easy mode, but we're not on hard mode. So I think zombies, their smelling habits, when they smell you when you're being smelled, that's nightmare, so they'll charge at you. So I do got some settings that are pretty. Honestly, man, the storage for this truck is nice and all, but I prefer the motorcycle, I think. It's just hard to control sometimes. What is that? How you doing, Mo? See what I mean? Like, all these little trees. Another little town here we can hit up. Look, I ain't got my chicken coop. I wish I could place them in here. I could make a chicken coop though, and then place them in my inventory. But you can place him in your inventory after he's been in your chicken coop. He becomes like your family, I guess. I don't know what the word is for it. $21 degrees. Ouch. Ah! That's, I ain't gonna lie, that's a sick animation. Oh man, I feel like crap. Just trying not to think about it, you know what I mean? Oh, are you joking right now? We have a fucking storm. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Well, I got wood blocks if I need them. Can we make it there before the storm? Oh, shit. We might be able to make it, but we're gonna be pushing it. Yeah, we might make it. The trader. Depends on if we get any hiccups on the way there. Yeah, I think we're gonna make it. We're not gonna take much damage if we don't. Yeah, we're here now. I can't see. No!
Figure out what you want and get on down the road.
Fuck. Fuck, he's closing. Shit. Fuck, what do we do? What do we do? There's no house. Sorry, guys. I gotta come in. Hello? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nice. We're gonna hide out in here. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit. I was not prepared for that, dude. I didn't know there were gonna be that many people there. Fucking storm, dude. You know what? We're gonna be prepared this time. We're gonna have a... We're gonna have us... Oh my god. They're camping my shit. Are you fucking serious right now? Oh. Oh shit! What do we do? I mean, we're dead. I don't know what the fuck to do, man. There's like fucking so many. I'm trying to get my shit. Alright, let's think about this for a second. I don't know what to do, bro. The fucking, what is that, a wolf? Alright. This was not a good idea. Coming here around nighttime. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, GG's on that. We're dead. I'm not going home. Fuck! They are fucking me up, man. You guys are some bitches, bro. Alright. I don't want to go home, man. That's a long ways. Wait, can I sit here and wait until daytime? Does that work? Like, would the time still go? What if I just sit here? Let's just sit here for a second. I'm in a bad spot right now, bro. Usually I don't die like that. I've been playing this game a long time, but man, like, I don't know. Like, these storms are making it very difficult to not know what to do. And I was gonna be alright, but then them fucking wolves. Wait, can I sit here and wait for them to leave? Like, is this real time? Like, is the time still going? I wish I knew. I say we wait for the storm to end. If the time's still going, we're gonna have to sit here and wait. Cause what we're gonna do, wait for the storm to end. We can hide out. But the storm is. See, we're fighting against the storm and enemies. That's where we're messing up. I made a mistake by coming here at night. But I didn't know a storm was gonna happen, though. Usually I don't die like that, back to back, but I already died like 5 times. It is what it is. Now, next time, though, we're gonna put probably permadeath on. Or, we're gonna make it like where you like just lose everything that you have on your person, your backpack. Right now, you just have a penalty to your XP, so now I gotta work all that XP off. I'm in debt with XP, which kind of sucks. I'm not sure if the time still goes or not. Looks like the storm ends. Problem is, though, we don't have our mask now. How do y'all know? How do y'all fucking know, bro? Shit. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Oh my god, what the fuck? I don't understand how they know where I'm at. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We have that fence right here. We're gonna jump on this fence, see if we can jump on here. Well, I wish I had pieces of wood. We're gonna try to make a run for our truck. We got a guy over here too. Fuck. What the hell are they on right now? Oh gotta go. Give me my shit. Have a good day. Have a great day, guys. Oh no. Can they jack me out of here? I'm over here telling them have a good day. They fucked me up anyways. Them boys fucked me up, I ain't gonna lie. It was a green zombie that I was worried about. Alright, y'all want some of this? I got some lead for y'all. That's where I fucked up, not having my guns on me. That was my fault. Why? How do you guys know where I'm at? Alright. You guys are tripping, right? Like, I'm not even being smelled right now. How do y'all know where like, what are you guys on? Yeah, we're not living here, man. I can't stand it over here. I can't stand these little rock throwers. I can't stand you guys, bro. they jack me out of my truck? Like, what if they could jack you out? That would suck. It's the blue guys I'm worried about, the blue. Let me in! He's still alive. Look at all that XP I gotta work off now, man. 'Cause I died. How many times did I die? 6 times. I'm a freaking bot. Alright, that's fine. We do have that. Level 6. Ooh. Wear that too for now. I'm gonna put that in there. We left our freaking candle at that place because we had to hurry up and get out of there. So we could use this as well to keep us warm. Open up the door.
Welcome to Trader Hughes. We have the best weapons in Naviskane.
We're not besties. We're not gonna be hanging out. We're not pen pals. Let's just get down to business. Who the fuck do you think you are? coming in here and wasting my time. I feel a little hope inside me every time I make a sale. The thought that I helped someone splatter the brains of a Zedhead just fills my heart with joy.
Okay. Hmm. Alright. I'm gonna take a break from it for a second. I want to check something out real quick. I want to check something. I released an update for this yesterday. Let me see how many updates how it's doing. We went up 300 since last night. Updates. Wow. Since I updated it. Sick. That's what I'm talking about. No, see, over 300. Wow. Let me check the comments, see how we're looking. See if anyone comment that they have any issues or bugs. The hell did I just do? We're gonna start expanding some more callouts around the map too. I think I think I'm gonna do Polito Bay first. I love being a programmer. It's so much fun. All right, we're gonna create a little navigation. A little navigation. All right. So we need to link our CSS. So link CSS. We named it CSS. Make sure this is working. So we'll grab our body, background color. We'll say just green. Make sure it's working. As you can see, boom, it's working. All right. And HTML we have 6 from 1 to 6 headings. 6 being the smallest, 1 being the biggest. So you know, hello world is your biggest heading. H6 is your smallest heading. Right? And you have, you know, paragraphs. Hello. We could do like fake text. Lorem. There's your paragraphs. There's so many tags we have. Like if we have a like this right here, we can surround this in a mark, which gives you the mark. You know, if you're marking through like a verse in the Bible or whatever, you know, that people do, you can do that. You can also surround it in delete, which is going to give you that delete. So there's a lot of things you can do, and it's pretty simple stuff. I mean, you can do a video tag, and that will give you an iframe of a video, give you some space. You know, you can have the source in here, whatever you want to do. If you want to do an iframe, you can do that as well, which is going to create the border of everything. And you can see we can start getting the border of an iframe of like we're having a video or whatever in here, so you can design that and all that stuff. And then you can put the source in here. Images, pretty self-explanatory. You can also set the images at the background of the website. And then you can go in here and grab an image if you have an image in here, which we don't have one in here right now. And then it'll load the image. And then you can give it the height, whatever. Right now, we're just going to be creating a navigation. We're going to be designing a navigation. So normally when I'm designing a website, I have a backup plan or like a game plan. I go into Photoshop or whatever. I design what I want to do before I program it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna think about this together because I haven't came up with nothing. So all we know, we want to make a little navigation that's for mobile devices as well. It's gonna be more for mobile device, but it's gonna be a side navigation. And we're gonna make sure we have the meta tag in here for a width. So this is gonna be width device width international scale 1.0. So that's gonna be a viewport. That's gonna be scaled. It's gonna scale accordingly to whatever device, any device that the user is on. Okay. So we're gonna think about. We have a thing in programming called parents and children. Okay. We're gonna have a parent tag that's gonna be containing. It's gonna be our parent tag. That's gonna be our tag that's gonna contain our links. Okay, and that'll be our links will be our children tag. So, for example, we're gonna have a div. This is gonna be our container or our parent, right? So we have a div. This is gonna be ID. We're gonna get an ID, which is gonna be used for JavaScript. My side nav. So what we're gonna do, I think, is we're gonna have a side navigation that will slide from the left. So it's gonna be hidden off screen. When you hit a button, it's gonna slide in. It's gonna have all your navigation links. It's gonna slide to around. It's going right here. It's about 250, about around 250 pixels. All right, it's gonna slide right here. And then when you hit close, it's gonna slide back off. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it where any of the content we have, if we have, because we don't want our paragraphs and stuff to get hidden by our navigation, right? Our navigation background. So we're gonna have everything on the website get pushed over responsively, and then get pushed back to the website once you close the nav. I think what we're gonna do. Sounds difficult, but it really isn't. A lot of the work is gonna be in CSS and JavaScript, not so much here. All right, so we have this set up for our ID for JavaScript, and then we're gonna get a class that we're gonna use for CSS, and we're just gonna call that side nav that we can call it in CSS, and we'll open it up. So that's our parent. This is our parent container, if you will. All right, and another thing, you want to kind of embed things. So you see how we have this right here? We want to kind of embed it just a little bit so we know that this is part of this class here. Now we're going to work on designing our little bitty X button that we're going to use. So we're gonna say JavaScript, void, okay, void 0, and then we're gonna do is so we got 0. We're gonna get class close btn, so we're gonna use that. We can call on that in CSS. All right, and then for JavaScript, we're gonna need an onClick function, and this is very important because what we name here is what we're gonna be naming is what we're gonna have to name when we create the function in JavaScript. So right here, we're gonna create it when we get the JavaScript. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna create a function, right? It has to match. Our function has to match what we have right here. Because we're creating this. Because we're looking for an unclick. We're looking for a click, right? And we're creating a function that's going to then look for our ID by side nav. Because we're going to use that in JavaScript. We're going to look for this ID. And that's going to contain an unclick of close nav. And that's going to communicate with our button to allow it to close the navigation. Okay? It's pretty simple. It's crazy how all this works. Now, JavaScript can be more complicated. It is, I mean, to me, personally, I know CSS and I know JavaScript, and I think CSS is so much more easier than JavaScript. People say JavaScript's easy, beginner friendly. I don't think so. It took me a while to learn it. It was pretty difficult, not gonna lie. But CSS is way more easier for me to learn. It was just way more fluent. I don't know. I know both pretty well, but I like CSS better. But I needed to learn JavaScript to be a front end web developer. So this is what I had to do. All right, now we're gonna create our little links here, right? We don't have nothing there yet. Oh wait, no. I'm getting ahead of myself. We don't even have our X yet. Yep, we don't have our X yet. So close. I think we need to do times. And I think that's it. Yep, there it is. Now we have a little X. See that little X? Looks like crap, right? But we'll get there. Not sure why I can't. Okay. And then we'll create our links. Our href is where we put our link to our website. Like we have another page here. We can put the about and put it in there, or we can put a link to Google. So http / www.google.com, and then we put Google in here. There you go. And if you wanted to open up in another tab, you could just go into here and you just do target_blank. And sometimes you gotta refresh it. There we go. So now it opens up another tab, which is normally what you want. You don't want to lead people away from your website, right? So that's normally what you would want to do. But this ain't gonna go nowhere for now. And then we're gonna put about for this link. And then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do let's do services. No. Services. Let's do client, I guess. And then about, or no, contact. Contact us or contact. We'll do contact. All right, and now we need something to open up. Now you see how this is embedded, right? You can tell this is the part of this parent because I embedded it. That's what you want to do. That's good code. And then we can do in here. This is the nav links. Okay, and then we can do a button. So there's two ways we can do this. We can do a span and say open, and we can just get something like that. We can open and put a cursor, hover where it looks like you can click on it, or we could also do a button. Open nav links. Right? And we can do that. We can design it, make it look nice, whatever. For now, we'll keep it simple. We'll just have this, and we'll put like see how we have a hover effect with our cursor. See how it goes to a little finger. We could do that the same thing for this as well. We don't need an underscore blank right now, actually. Alright, so now for this, we need to unclick as well for this. Unclick, and this function is gonna be called open nav with a capital N, and we need to have these parentheses there, or it's not gonna be able to work. Alright, and now we need to have one more thing for our HTML. We need something to allow our content to get pushed over when the navigation opens up, right? So we're gonna have a div, ID, main, paragraph, lorem, and there's our fake text. So when the navigation opens up, we want this to get pushed over, or whatever content that we have. So that is it for our HTML. Now, let's go ahead and get out of that. Now let's start designing this. HTML looks like crap, right? This looks terrible. But I promise you, it's about to start looking better, because now we're in our decoration. I guess you could say language. It's not really a language, it's a style sheet. But yeah, we can go here. Now, if you see, we have a class in here called side nav, right? We're gonna be calling on that a lot. And how HTML works is when you're calling on something in CSS, if you're trying to target the links, these links right here, you have to target the parent and the links, like this. Our parent container is side nav for our class, so we have to call on that, and then we have to call on our links as well. So if we're in CSS and we're trying to call and target our links to design our links, we have to call on our class, so it'll be .my side nav. Boom. Or it'd be .side nav. Boom, A. You have to call on that in CSS to be able to target and design your links. If you design the background and stuff for your navigation, then you're not targeting this. You're targeting your parent, because that's like your header. That is your background of your header of everything, of your container. So watch. So first we're gonna design just the side nav, not the links, because we're designing the background, we're designing the overflow and all that stuff. And the height, so we obviously want the height to be 100% of the website. So we want to go full width, right? The width, like I said, the width is going to be set to 0, because we're going to work on that in JavaScript. But I like to see what I'm doing as I'm editing. So we're going to go ahead and make that to 250 pixels and then positions are going to be fixed, because we want it to be fixed. It's going to be a fixed position. And then z-index 1, because we want it to always be at the top and the front core of the website. We don't want it to get behind. We want it to be in front of everything, so we don't want it to be behind the text, nothing. We want it to be in the front of everything, right? Therefore, when we open the nav, we don't want this to be above the navigation, right? Makes sense? And then top, we want top to be 0. And then we want the left to be 0, because we want it to be all the way to the left as far as it can go. Perfect. And then background. And there we go. So that's about right, 250. Now we're gonna have it to 0 by default, because we're gonna work on that in JavaScript, but that's about 250 pixels. So yeah, you see how the text is being hidden behind our side nav? Well, we're not gonna have that. We're gonna have this get pushed over as this gets opened up. We're gonna have a transition. So this is gonna open. I'm trying to think. How do I want to do this? So it's not gonna. We could have it just sitting like this, but it's kind of dumb. We could just have the whole website be pushed over here, and maybe have that shrink down a little bit. But we're gonna have this transition from outside of the website inward, and anything that gets behind over here will get pushed over here. So this will get pushed over, where you can still read while you're having it open. I think that's what we're gonna do. So overflow X hidden. Let's hide that. Padding top 60. Let's bring that down just a little bit and give it some more room. 60, and then we'll do a transition of 0.5 seconds. Okay. All right, so remember what I was telling you guys about the links. So now we have to call on our side nav and our links to be able to design our links. Cause our links looks freaking horrible, right? Our links looks terrible. So we're gonna say dot side nav a to grab. So we're grabbing our parent and then our links, and we're gonna say our padding for those. We want it to be 8 for the left, 8 for that, 8 for that, and then maybe for the top, 32. So it looks like crap, absolutely terrible, but we're about to fix all that. And the only reason it looks like that because right now we have it floating horizontally. We need to do a thing called display block. Display block will display it vertically, which is what you want to do for mobile. Watch. See, if I go in here and display block, there you go, right? But I don't like to do that just yet because I got some other things I got to do, like text decoration, none. That's going to get rid of these little underlines here. Font size, we could bring up to about 25 pixels or more. Ooh, that's pretty good, I guess. Color, we will do white. Display block. And then transition, 0.3 seconds. And there we go. Now, so that looks pretty good. We could probably separate these a little more. Let's design, now we gotta move this button, obviously. Doesn't make no sense to be over here, right? Move it right here. So what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to do a thing called position absolute. Position absolute is gonna, because right now these are pretty much connected together. They're pretty much linked together. The links and the X, because they're in the same parent. So we have to do position absolute to break it out of to break it out of it. But first, let's do a hover effect. So a hover, when you hover over, I guess on mobile device it wouldn't matter. But okay, there's a hover effect. All right, now let's design that button and try to get it up here. So we're gonna have to do position absolute. We're gonna have to do right of 25 pixels, I think. A top of 0, because we want it to be as far as it can go to the top. So to top 0, right, maybe a margin left of 25 pixels as well. Trying to think. So we want it to be around here. So we need to break it out of here. Position it to the top. Yeah, okay. Dot side nav. Dot close btn. Position absolute. That's gonna break it and basically unlinks it from the links. Top 0, I said, right? I said top 0. Yep, top 0. So we got to the top, and I said right at about 25 pixels. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I was thinking more over here, but that's still pretty close. And font size, 36 pixels. And then margin left. That's pretty good. I kind of prefer these links to be maybe more over in the center. I could probably do center. Let's see how that would look. Do I like that? We'll roll with that for now. We can always make some adjustments later. And now for the content, because you see how the content's being hidden behind, you can't read what's behind it. Well, I'm going to fix that. We're going to work on that. So what we have to do is go in here. Now, classes are called with a dot in CSS. And hashtag is called with, that's how you target your IDs. So we're going to say transition margin left 0.5 seconds. Padding 20 pixels. So that's gonna be 20 pixels away from so when it gets pushed over, it's gonna be 20 pixels away from our navigation border here, our text or whatever. It's gonna have some gap between our navigation and the website, basically. All right. Now for our mobile. So I want these to drop down and shrink down in size for our mobile devices. So we're gonna say at media screen and max width of 400. Oh, do 500 pixels. Dot side nav padding top 15 pixels. Dot side nav a font size 18 pixels. There you go. See how it's shrinking down a little bit? That's perfect. Alright, that is it for... That is it for our CSS. Now, we gotta make everything work. And I hate JavaScript, but you know what? This is actually pretty simple JavaScript code right here. Alright, so first of all, we need to get this off our screen. Now, you can leave it like this if you wanted to. You know, there's a lot of websites out there that have the little, that has their navigation just, you know, fixed on the screen like this. But we're not going to do it. We're going to have it transition in. So let's go into our CSS. We're going to go back up here, and we're going to put this to 0, because we're going to design that, and where you can open that, and CSS. First thing we're going to do, you see, you can't even tell this is a button, or you can click on it. We're going to fix that right now. I'm just going to go down here and say span cursor pointer, and there you go. Now we have a cursor pointer. So now people know you can click on it. I could maybe change the color as well. Maybe give it a border if I wanted to. 1 pixel, solid, green. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Background, color, red. Whatever you want to do, you can do, right? Now you know there's definitely something you can click on. Looks like a nice little button now. Alright, we'll keep that. And then we can also just go ahead and say text align center. Well, it's not really a text, I guess. We could probably do like margin. It'll probably be like a margin left. Yeah. We can just do margin left for now. Move it over a little bit. Alright, so you notice we have a close. We have our little X button that you can't see because it's inside the navigation that we have hidden. And then we gave it a unclick of close nav. And then I open our button here, or whatever, our span has an unclick of open nav. Now, and with the parentheses. So that is going to how we need to create a function that uses that name. So, function open nav, like that. So now we have an open nav that uses the same name as that. Oh, we have to link our JavaScript. I almost forgot. There we go. So that's good to go. So as you can see, nothing works right now. We haven't added no code. Doesn't open nothing up. But it's pretty simple code here as far to make this work. And this is how you make responsive websites and stuff, and for mobile devices and stuff. So we have to call on our document dot get element by ID, and then I think it's called my side nav. So we're using the ID that we called here, ID, and then we use the class to design it for our CSS. So this is JavaScript, this is CSS. That was the goal. That's the plan. So we're calling on that, and then dot style dot width equals 250 pixels. That's it. That's it. It should open now. It should open when we hit the button. Is it going to? I don't know. Things break and you gotta debug things, but let's see. Boof. Looks nice. It doesn't close because we haven't added that in. We're about to work on that now, so we're gonna create another function. Close nav. And same thing, you got it. Same thing you see up here. I could copy, but you make it just 0 instead. So dot get element by ID. My side nav dot style dot width equals 0. That's it. All right, now you see how our content is getting hidden? We don't want that. We do not want that. So what I did is I created a div with the ID of main, and I put a paragraph in there. Okay, and then I went over here and I gave my main. I called the main. I gave it a transition of margin left 0.5 seconds, and a padding of 20. So it has to be the same seconds as our side nav seconds for transition to make it look like it's being pushed and it's not moving faster than my navigation navigation here. So it has to be the same seconds. And now what we do is we just go in here and we say document dot get element by ID main, and then we say dot style dot margin left equals 250 pixels. And there you go. It should get pushed over. Boom. Boom. Now it doesn't reset yet, so we gotta add that in. As you can see. And I think it's do I like the margin? So I gave it a padding of 20. The padding of 20 is how much gap there is here. So if I bring this down to 10 pixels, that's the gap we're gonna have. You know, and if I bring it to 50 pixels, that's the gap you're gonna have. 50 pixels don't look bad though. You know, it centers everything nice and really separates things. Alright. But the only thing is, yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then go back to JavaScript here, and same thing. Document dot get, because your website is a document or a page is a document. We're getting the ID. We named it main. So it's gonna be dot style dot margin left. Style. Okay, what's going on with that? What's going on, man? It didn't reset, so now we gotta debug this. Am I forgetting something here? I know this is a different color than this, but it's weird. Oh, it's using a different document. You gotta be careful sometimes with the document. It's using a different document. That's not the document we want to use. We want to use this document. That's why. Nope. Margin left. There we go. Equals 0. There we go. I should go back to normal. Pretty cool. Pretty good. So, programming really ain't that hard if you just understand the syntax. It's a lot to learn. There's a lot you never stop learning, but I'm still learning, But that's what makes it fun. You learn the basics of things, you take off with it. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh, definitely throw up. Alright. But like I said, you know, there's many things you can do. So like, you know, we can grab. Let's see. And you can also hit. I think it's. Yeah, you can hit dot or space and see the different things you can do in CSS that you can use. But like I said, we can create a contact form using form, and we can get a label in here, name it whatever you want to label. First name, right? And then you can get a input text. There you go. So you can start creating a contact form. And it looks like crap right now, but you would go into CSS and install it. But this is how it's done. And to make it work and make it go somewhere, as you have your action, this would be like your backend server, your backend development software, so PHP or whatever. You can get a text area. Spell for them to fill something out and start texting. Whatever. A submit button. I think it's gonna be under probably input. Yeah. So you get a submit button. I mean, there's so many things you could do. It's just unreal, but it's pretty simple. Very simple. Everybody. Yeah. I'll be back on here in a few.